Ooh.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tuck Rule Takes, episode
139.
of Tuck Rule Takes. Just threw me all off now. Throwing out the ESPN jingle for a random ass 139 episode, not even like an exciting episode.
Well, it's one Danny Woodhead.
Danny Woodhead's always going to pop up. Tuck Rule Takes 139. Gang's all here. Al's here. He's wearing red. I'm here. I'm the one talking. And Liam is here with the backwards white hat, but not the one talking, who is me. So just in case you're trying to differentiate who everybody is, that's who it is. If you're listening, then you
Mike's
have
the
no
shorter
idea.
one.
Okay.
Anyways,
we'll just never live that down. You guys to start off, you guys have any pressing things you want to bring to the group? Any issues, complaints, concerns, comments, anything like that at all?
well, Liam's just ugly, but I mean that's every episode, so I can't really do much about that.
Yeah, pretty much covers the bases there. I was thinking the other day, is it just me or has this been kind of like a boring NFL offseason?
It really
Like,
has. No, I'll
like there
give you
hasn't
that.
been anything big. Like I was
No,
thinking about the other day, and I
nothing.
was like, I was thinking about the show and like stuff we could talk about, and I was like, there's really no big news. Like, Kirk Cousins going to the Falcons is like kind of exciting, but even then, now everyone's kind of blown it over because they drafted a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
After the draft, it's been fucking deadpan, and I get
Well,
it.
you,
Like,
you know what's funny about that too? It's I don't just notice it in the NFL, across kind of all sports too. There's not like any, even just like think about the NBA, there's like no big moves that are going on. There's a couple like low key moves here and there, but there's no like big time like I just remember obviously crossing sports since we're doing that, but like 2016 NBA free agency, like when Kevin Durant was a free agent, and
Yeah,
that was like a
huge.
big thing. And then there was
ruined
like
my 4th of July going to the fucking Warriors.
I know, but that's the type of thing that we look forward to as fans, right? Just like even in 2021 with the Patriots when they had that big spending spree.
Yeah.
Not they're going to do that every offseason, but
Or
that's
in
a big
2020
thing.
when they got Cam Newton. It's equally
Well,
exciting.
again, I said big, not irrelevant, but
Huge former MVP.
again, irrelevant. But
Decade ago.
regardless, the point is like, yeah, it feels like it's just been so like snail's pace, just like so methodical, so slow, nothing to get excited about. And for us, it was after the draft, right? Once the draft
Yeah.
was done and we knew who the Patriots were taking, it's just been slow ever since.
Yeah.
Well, what else I think it is? I think it and like we'll get like a little deep here, I guess, since there's not too much Patriot stuff to talk about. I feel like this is more of a what's going on in like the world or like the country, like just society. I don't think people are excited about shit right now. Like you have
It's an election year.
things-
Everyone's focused on that. No one gives a fuck
everyone
about
is
sports.
just like stressed and it just seems like no one's even having fun. Like you have like movie theaters, they've all been down. Music has been down. Like I'm talking like sales and stuff. It's all been down. Shit people are supposed to be excited about. Like no one cares anymore. Like there's no stories that people would normally get excited about or like sports stuff that people actually care about or like they might care, but like I said, it's just I think just us, our humanity, like as a race right now, like a human race, I just don't think that we are like excitable or like happy right now. I think
Yeah.
everybody is just stressed for whatever reasons, but like I don't think people want to be. So like the football, like even around the draft, it was like, oh yeah, so all this stuff's happening, blah blah blah. Like you had the week of talk shows about the draft, and then it was kind of done. Like, have you heard anything about Caleb Williams recently? No.
Nothing.
Like, have you
You haven't
heard
heard about
anything?
any of them.
Dude,
That's a
no,
good
the
point.
only reason we've heard about Drake May is because we're in New England or we're Patriots
Yeah.
fans, so we follow those things.
So we're
But
trying
like,
to tear
there's
down the
no
gates to get into the practice facility to see the fucking guy
dude.
play.
I mean, even if you want to cross sports again, cross streams, the NBA,
Love
Bronny
cross
James gets
streams.
drafted. That was a story for like 2 days.
Yeah,
And now,
which is
like,
fine.
no
That
one
was
cares.
annoying.
No, yeah, but that's a huge thing. You got arguably the one of the top two greatest players of all time playing with his son. And like that got talked about for like 3 or 4 days. Like even the Caitlin Clark stuff kind of feels just contrived now. Like people are just talking about it. I think everybody is just waiting to see what's going to happen. And it is shitty with the election. We're not going to talk politics, but I
no.
think people, there's like the country, what's the saying? The country is sitting on a powder keg right now. That's how it
Yeah.
feels. It's like
Doesn't help that
everybody
we're
is
all
just
run by
so
lizard people.
yeah, exactly. Please, Please bring the lizard people in. I
Yeah.
think it's time. I'm
So I
done.
looked it up. The last football news, the last big headline was exactly 30 days ago when Justin Jefferson signed that mega fucking wide receiver deal. That was the last news. And
And
so in a
that's not
month,
even exciting.
yeah, in a
Like,
No, it's
month,
not.
in a month, nothing's happened. There
like,
hasn't been
dude, that is
anything of
not
note.
exciting. Like, and I think you think about like the free agents that were available. Who was the most exciting one? Calvin Ridley, which like
Yep.
cool,
Seems
but
like
he
it.
also didn't play football for a year, and he was coming from the Jags. Like,
Well, actually,
okay,
that's a lie. Mitch Trubisky re-signed with the Bills. So that's pretty big news. That happened about 2 weeks
Stephon
ago.
Diggs got traded, but that was only talked about for a little bit. I don't know. It's just even if you want to talk about more homegrown stuff, Celtics, Boston, ESPN, they won, and that like once they won, even the finals were kind of, and that also had to do with the finals. It was kind of not competitive, but it just
Mm,
like sports just seems down across the board right
it
now, and
does.
I don't think it's a coincidence that this happened when the Patriots decided to have their downfall. I think the Patriots not being good is the reason that sports, in talking about football in particular, sucks right now. So
Yeah.
I think the Patriots have to be good and they have to go through what I'm saying and have, an 11-6 season and just kind of bring life back to football.
Okay,
They
and
What
back
I
to
even
think.
reality. Did
That's what
did
I
you
think.
guys know the Panthers signed Jadeveon Clowney?
I
That's what
think
I'm
I
talking
remember
about.
that.
No
I think
one's
I remember.
talking about things. No.
Yeah.
But you know what it is too, Mike? You hit heavily on two of the big sports that are kind of down right now, right? Football and basketball. Because football,
Yeah.
obviously, the Chiefs are going for a three-peat. Like, yeah, there's some competitive teams, but right now it's the Chiefs league. We hate to
Mhm.
say that, but it is. And then in basketball, and this is great for us because we're Boston sports fans, but it's the
Yeah.
Celtics,
And
like a
everyone
bunch of
else.
teams in the West, and then really
Yeah.
nobody else.
Mhm.
But like baseball with the three wild card teams, like that's made it a little more exciting. But
Yeah.
like
But baseball will never get back to what
no,
it
I
was
know.
for some
And
reason.
it's and
Yep.
like hockey has its select crowd that really loves it. Like even I don't mind watching
Yeah.
like a good
But when it's
NHL
over,
playoff
it's
game.
over. Like it's kind of because it's
Exactly.
not on ESPN. You have to search for hockey news. Yeah.
Oh,
So
hockey sucks.
I don't know. Oh, I will still say that playoff hockey is the best sport of all
Everyone
time.
says that. I
Any
still
sport.
can't see the puck.
Oh, dude, you got to open your eyes, little man. Um,
The Dolphins
but
re-signed River Craycraft.
okay,
There you go.
we are going deep into the barrel now. All right, so I figured we'll kind of start with the news that broke like a couple days or a day after we recorded last week, so it's kind of
Literally
like
the day
retreading it.
after.
But yeah, Jelani Tavai signed an extension with the Patriots, 3-year deal worth up to 21 million, 15 million guaranteed. Um, yeah, another signing where I have nothing bad to say about it. This was good. He's a solid piece on the team. He's got those luscious locks. Love the hair. Hate the number 48 in
I
any
think it's
sport,
badass.
but don't like it. But yeah, and I do also think kind of to go into what we talked about last week. I think that Belichick would have made this deal. So, kind of thoughts
This is a very
from you
Belichick move.
guys. Well, yeah, he's a Belichick player. So, thoughts on you
Yeah.
guys, Jelani Tavai.
I mean, we were fucking terrible. So anyone who had a career year last year doesn't mean a whole lot, but he did have a career year and his numbers were pretty sweet.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
65 solo tackles, 45 assisted tackles, 5 tackles for a loss, which is pretty good. 4 QB hits, that spectacular interception off a crucified Devontae Adams when Jabril Peppers lit him up.
Yep.
He did have a second pick last year. I don't particularly remember that one offhand,
No.
but started every single fucking game. The dude's a warrior.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a solid piece. Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Solid piece, adds to the foundation of the defense, continues to prove that the Patriots, even though they sucked last season, they're trying
Mm-hmm.
to find that core nucleus to go in with the next 3 to 5 years for the rebuild.
Yeah.
So another good signing. But there's a more important signing that I know we're going to talk about later that needs to happen. But again, we'll get into that later. But again, solid signing. I'll
Mm-hmm.
take it.
So, what do you guys think is his peak? Like, what is the best version of Jelani Tavai? Like the one we got last year? Like, what are we expecting here? Just like if he can keep last year up, he's good, or do we actually think he can be like a really good linebacker?
Do you have his
I,
stats again? Can you, do you
Yeah,
have
so
just like
110,
overall?
yeah, 110 combined tackles, 5 tackles for a loss, 4 QB hits, 1 second. 2 forced fumbles, 2 interceptions, 2
Wow.
yards on those 2 interceptions, um, and a fumble recovery.
I think with this defense and the fact that you're getting Matt Judon back, you're getting Christian Gonzalez back, you're getting Marcus Jones back, you're building off a great season that Christian Barmore had last year. I think with all those pieces in place, if Tavai can just keep up that level of production or make it at least similar, I think it's a great fit for the defense. I don't think
Yeah.
you have to overdo what you did last year. I mean, look at the stats that Liam and Mike just rattled off. He did a little bit of everything last year, right?
Mhm.
Even if he doesn't do that, even if he doesn't get the fumble recoveries, even if he doesn't get the interceptions, as long as he's making tackles and getting tackles for loss, you take that, right?
He's always been a
Yeah.
tackling machine. The year beforehand, 69 combined tackles,
Nice.
2 tackles for a loss. Again, 4 QB hits. Somehow he gets to the quarterback every time, even though
And he
he's
had
not getting the
110
sack numbers.
tackles last year,
This
you
past
said?
year, yeah. He did have 1 sack last year and 1.5 sacks in 22. So he's certainly trending upward. And he didn't even play. He started 12 games in 2022 and started 16 last year. Played all 17 in both years.
Yeah, I mean, if he can keep the tackle, give or take 10 either way, if he can have around 100 tackles, because like you said, there's more people. Like if the defense stays healthy, you got to think that maybe he doesn't get the chance to tackle as much, stops behind the line, whatever. But yeah, if he can stay around there, tackle for loss, he had what, 5? Sure, that'd be awesome. Stay around
Yeah,
there.
that'll do.
I don't know. Like, you're paying him kind of like not a depth linebacker, but someone who you're almost paying him like a utility guy, where it's like he's good when he plays, and if he has to start a couple games, he can. So yeah, I think it's fine because I think they signed Taki too, so he's obviously going to take a little bit of time off there.
Yes.
So yeah, no, I think if he can just stay right around 100 tackles and keep all the other stats right around where they are, I don't need him to improve to make this like big. Like, you expect that, like we all expect Marcus Jones to make the jump, Christian
Yeah.
Gonzalez, like Jawan Bentley, even a little bit too. Like we expect Christian Barmore, Keon White. We expect them to make these jumps.
Yeah.
Tavai, if he can just not fuck up,
Yeah. If he
I'm
can
fine.
just keep doing what he's doing.
Yeah, that's
Right.
it. That's it. I don't
Um,
need the strip tackles or anything. That'd be nice, but I don't need that.
can you guys guess where he went to college? Seems very on the nose. Usually this is an obvious, it's not what you think it is.
It's
At
not
least
Rutgers.
no.
Where is it?
Nevada.
No. Where?
Colorado.
Jelani Tavai.
Oh, Hawaii.
Oh, why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
I didn't even think
Okay.
about that. Yeah,
That
Tavai,
makes sense
Jelani.
now.
Yeah. All right.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
No. So
Yeah.
I'm happy with it. I see people, and this is almost like who did the Patriots just sign? Stevenson. I see people similar. I saw a couple, like no one of real note, like no ESPN anchors, or not even that they're really of note anymore because it's ESPN. But
Yeah.
like, I do still see some Patriots fans being like, "Oh, so we're signing these people." I don't think people understand. You need to have quality people to fill out a team. And
Yes.
even though he's not the starter, if your starter goes down, which in football, it happens a lot, you need someone to be able to step up and step in. And he's the guy to do that. I don't know. I see, again, nothing wrong with this. I understand Patriots fans. I think until the Patriots get on the field, there's going to be like a disgruntlement among Patriots Nation. Like it just is what it is. No matter what they do, any move. Like I saw the Patriots released a mic up of Van Pelt, Alex Van Pelt, the offensive coordinator. And some people are like, okay, but it doesn't mean anything, blah, blah. Look at it, whatever. Dude, they're just releasing. It's just a fun mic'd up thing.
Yeah.
At
So you can
practice.
hear him.
That's it.
Get
It's
to know the
nothing
fucking
like,
coach.
dude, it's not that serious. So I don't know. I need football to come just so I can like actually judge this team. Um, but yeah, do you guys think that Belichick would have gave this guy a contract?
Yo,
It
this
doesn't
is
need
a
to be the
Belichick.
exact number, but do you think?
It's a
Maybe.
Belichick re-signing all the way. I
Maybe
think
it's a
so.
defensive player, so
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, I think he probably would have gave almost the exact same contract, to be
Probably.
honest, because it's not a crazy contract. 3
Yeah.
years, 15 million.
It's
And then
honestly
obviously
very,
up to
very
21,
fitting for the
but-
numbers he's putting up. Like you're
Yeah.
super solid, and we're going to give you a solid contract.
Yeah, we're paying you for what you did, and then obviously, if you uptick a little bit more, you'll get a few more $1 million each year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I have no issues, no qualms or anything about it. But Yeah, the other topic that was on here, there were a couple. It was Mike eats his own shit. Liam pees when he sits down. I don't know why you guys. And I said this before off the thing. I'm going to say it now. When this notes app that we've shared, just to kind of let people on the behind the scenes stuff, we would fill out a notes app, and just kind of, send it to the group chat. This is what we're thinking. What do you want? You add to it and go from there. So I knew there was a way to make it so we could all do it. I didn't know that it was as simple as just sending the notes app to you guys. So I did. And I look before I come on here and it's like, oh, someone edited it. I'm like, oh, let's see what it is. It was Mike eats his own shit. I was like, that's not like, okay,
No,
funny.
it was Mike bags his own shit.
Cool.
Yeah,
Mike
it was.
bags his own shit.
Yeah.
It's still
Yeah.
like, this is serious, guys, but whatever. Haha.
This is serious, guys.
I look again, and then it was Liam pees when he sits down when he pees. And I'm like, first of all, it's a very comfortable way to do it.
It is.
Second of all, again, this is a serious thing, fellas. So just work food for thought.
So we don't want to
moving
lose. Al, you hear this? Mike's threatening that we'll lose our notes privileges if we keep this banter up.
You know what, Mike? Maybe Liam and I have already made another notes page behind your back, and we're just not going to invite you.
Did you guys like kick me out of the group chat, as they say? Like you guys start as your own little fucking group chat?
Yes, because you don't have
term
enough
for it.
riz, as the kids say.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah, no,
Please don't tell me
we're not
kids
doing
say
that.
in your class.
No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this.
They do. They
You
very
should
well
hit
do.
them.
All right.
No.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
No.
So Al, you did tease it earlier. There is a guy that you want them to sign. We all want them to sign. Matthew Judon. That's been kind of the thing. Like, after all these signings, it's always okay, cool. Now extend Matthew Judon. So someone tweeted 5 days ago, Matt Tardif, no idea who he is. He's got just no one special. Just said, if the Patriots don't give Matthew Judon an extension this season, we're fucked. Pay the man what he wants. We want a solid defense. Just normal tweet that probably Patriots fans send out. Matthew Judon decided to reply to that and said, I don't think that's about to happen. And he sent the Patriots world into a little tizzy, a little freak out. And then a little while later, he tweeted the SpongeBob meme when he's sitting up saying, all right, I'm going to head out, and then just left. So I wanted to bring that up. One, to talk about, obviously, Matthew Judon getting a contract extension, maybe. But two, what are your, because we all know that we want him there. So let's actually talk about what happened. How do you guys feel about Matthew Judon replying to that random nobody's tweet, kind of insinuating like, I don't think, that contract talk, nothing's happening right now. And then the meme, all right, I'm gonna head out. What do you guys take from all this? Because I have like a very like staunch opinion on it, but I want to know what you guys feel about it.
So I think the second tweet, the SpongeBob tweet, a lot of people are thinking, and myself for a second thought, oh no, like this is him confirming he's not coming back. But also, when you take a second to actually decompress and actually look at it, it probably just meant he was going to get off Twitter for the day because he stirred the pot, did what he had to do, and then left. Now, also, too, this has been documented. Matthew Judon has said he doesn't always handle his Twitter account. He has like people that, kind of take care of it, will, put stuff up, whatever. So we don't know if that was actually him. We know it was his account, but it could have been, one of the social media handlers. We don't know that.
That's true. I didn't even think of that.
I think just responding and everything, it's almost like last year when he was saying, oh, DeAndre Hopkins is going to be a Patriot. Breaking news, DeAndre Hopkins will be a Patriot. He's going to sign. I think whoever's handling his Twitter account is just trying to rile up Patriots fans and have some fun with Patriots fans.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, considering the actual situation, the fact that he's on the last year of his deal, fans want him back. He's coming off a bicep injury, which, by the way, I completely forgot it was his bicep that kept him out.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was his leg for some reason.
I did too. I thought it was like a lower body injury, but
my default is always leg. Someone's hurt.
You have to.
What was it? I don't
Leg,
know. I think they're leg.
knee, ankle, lower extremities. That's what you go with. But it's starting to kind of turn into this picture of, I don't think he's going to end up re-signing here. Because when you look at it, right, he's, again, 32 years old. He's coming off a season-ending injury. And what was the big knock on Judon his first 2 years in New England? Started off the first 2/3 of both seasons really strong, couldn't finish the season as being as productive. And then You want to throw into the fact that he's getting older. He might be asking for another 3, 4 year contract because he knows it's probably the last big contract he's going to get. And the Patriots aren't going to give that to him because they got to focus on the younger guys. They got to be able to pay Drake May if he turns out to be who they think he's going to be. They're going to have to pay Jalen Polk and
Keon
Javon
White
Baker.
Eventually,
Keon
you're gonna
White.
have to
Yeah,
give him a
Keon
big
White.
one.
Yep.
Yep.
So that's where my mind's at. And they're thinking, we gave this guy a bump last year. Because remember last year, they bumped up
Mhm.
his salary last year too. To kind
Yep.
of sweeten it for him a little bit.
Yep.
So are they really going to go through that situation again where they're like, you know what, you're on the last year of your deal. You got to prove it to us that you can, first of all, stay healthy and second of all, be productive for the whole season. And Judon might not want to do that. And you don't think a team like the Ravens or a team that's ready to win now, like the 49ers, wouldn't try to go after him to add a missing piece to a defense? Now, I'm not saying those teams specifically,
49ers.
obviously, but a team like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't think it looks good if you're a Patriots fan and you love Judon. Bold prediction. It would not surprise me if Matthew Judon doesn't finish the season as a Patriot. I think he could be gone before the end of the 2024 season. That's my prediction.
That's bold.
And I hate saying that too. I'm tearing up saying that because I love Matt Judon.
Yeah. No, I mean we all do. But yeah, Liam, how do you feel about all this? The tweet and then just like I guess just the two tweets, just the whole situation.
Well, I never like players coming out in any form on Twitter and the media and airing their gripes. I always think that should happen behind closed doors. I just think
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of an immature style that's become very common now that everyone has social media and everyone's probably been doing it their whole life to this point or most of their whole life. Everyone just feels the need to air their grievances online. And, even though we're all talking about it right now, in the end, like, no one that has any effect on the situation really gives a fuck. Like Patriots, the people who are in charge of giving Judon a new contract aren't looking at his Twitter and like, "Oh my god, he's so disgruntled. We have to sign him now." No, they
Yeah.
don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Only Judon's doing it because he's upset, and we as fans are reacting because we're upset because obviously we like. Let me play the other side of the argument here. What age do you think linebackers fall off at? What is the average fall off? Because we know it's running backs when they hit 30.
30.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter what year they come in. It's always when they hit 30 seems to be
30.
the
Yep.
standard.
I was going to say like 28, 29.
28,
I
29.
don't know. I
So
almost want to
well,
say
this
like
goes
30.
by, I got data, but it goes by how many years in the league. So
Right.
how many years in the league do you think it takes for a linebacker to fall
Like
off?
3 to 5 years.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say like 6. And I figured that might be a lot.
Okay. So I got this. It's Bleacher Report, and I freaking hate Bleacher Report. So I
Yeah.
take everything here with a grain of salt, but
Mhm.
I'm sure they actually have the mathematical time to go in and fucking methodically do all this, which I don't. But so they said peak average is a little odd though. In the midst of a fairly flat plateau from year two to year eight, there are two big dips in linebacker production at year four and year seven. Matthew Judon just finished year eight.
Wow.
Year eight's uptick from the down year eight of year seven starts a 3 year decline in peak average, which oddly reverses course for 2 years before the bottom falls out in year 15. So at year 13, it goes up, and then oddly, they're fucking useless after year 15. The only one who's been able to break that is Clay Matthews, the fucking man. That makes
He's a
sense.
freak. Yep.
He's a stud.
Yeah.
So like that's cool. I love him.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Judon, they're saying basically year eight starts the regular decline.
Mhm.
There are two weird downticks beforehand, but year eight starts a regular decline. He just finishes year eight. So
Mhm.
statistically, this would not be good. And also, I love him. Like he's been fantastic. I'm looking at his numbers right now, and they're just stupid. Like they're
Yeah.
just
He's
so
great.
good. Like
He's
they're
great.
really good.
Yep.
Last year, obviously, he was hurt. So we'll talk about 2022, 15 and a half sacks. His first year in New England,
Mhm.
12 and a half sacks. Like, oh,
Yep.
he's so good. He's so freaking good.
Yep.
Yeah. 14 tackles for a loss in both seasons, remarkably consistent. Yeah, I do you think we can replace that production, or is that those numbers so stupid that we have to sign somebody who statistically, even though he could be an outlier, I do believe great players will be outliers against statistics. Statistically speaking, he should be on a decline for the next 3 years, and then there's a
Mhm.
possible uptick for 2 years.
I think there. So one, I hate this. I normally don't mind like Matthew Judon stuff or the whole like cracking the knuckles. All right, time to get free agency or all that stuff.
Yes,
It's
that's
funny.
cool.
It's it's also kind of poking fun at the Patriots too, which is fun, but it always seemed more fun. This for someone. He's 31, so let's not act like he doesn't know.
Yeah.
All the players who are like they don't know what's going
He's
on. Yes,
actually
they
about
do.
to be 32.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, yeah. August 15th. So yeah, he's almost 32. So the talk around the Patriots right now. In what world is this a good move to tweet the first thing? That I don't think that's going to happen. Like in what world? Because all you're doing is kicking the beehive. That's
Yeah.
all you're doing. And guess what? You're kicking the beehive that's attached to the house that you currently live in. That's stupid to me. I
Yes.
do think that the meme that the SpongeBob thing was him, like you said, Al, where it's like, all right, I'm jumping off Twitter. So, and I know that he has said that he doesn't always run his account. For all intents and purposes, right now, for the sake of argument, we're going to assume that he is running it. If he's not,
Seems pretty likely.
he's got to fire whoever sent this because it's dumb. Because now you have Patriots fans bitching and moaning more about the team when you should be trying. You got three rookies who are coming in who are ready to bring legendary status back to the team, and you got one of the veterans on the team who's sitting there stirring up the pot for the fan base. That's stupid to me. Like I would
Agree.
still want him here, but Liam, you asked if there's anybody that can replace his output. Yes, 100%. Maybe not this year, but I think maybe next year.
Did you say
Keon
Ronnie
White.
Perkins? Okay.
Keon
Thank
White.
God.
No, no,
Okay,
no, no, no.
cool.
Ronnie Perkins. The Patriots fumbled him. Future Hall of Famer, first ballot. He's gone. Keon
Not
White.
on a team.
I think, assuming he stays healthy, he can be the guy that can give you this type of production, this type of
Yes.
disruption, especially being paired with Barmore. Because there's gonna be two people probably covering Barmore, and people forget how dominant Keon White was when he was playing in his rookie season. Like not dominant in the sense that he looks like Lawrence Taylor,
No, but he looked
but you
really
could
good.
see that he looked really good. So Judon, it's one of those things where it's like I don't you're acting like you have this leverage, but you really don't. You're 31. You just finished your eight, or you're going to be 32 to start the year. You just finished your eighth season. That's what you said, right, Liam? Like you're just coming off a bicep injury, which as
Yep.
a defensive end linebacker type guy,
Ruined Ray
biceps are
Liz's
kind of
career.
important. Kind of important. So
You missed
like
13 and a half games last year.
dude, that's a lot of fucking games. So
Yeah.
like I don't like this. Now, granted, if the Patriots were to sign him to a 2 or 3 year deal, I'm not going to complain because I do
No,
know
we'd
he's
be psyched
good.
because he's awesome and
Yeah, and
he's
if you have him
hilarious.
here, worst case scenario, if he falls off after this year, trade him in the offseason. Or if he happens to get hurt again, trade get like you have him whatever, put some clauses in there, some contingencies or whatever. But I will say though, I think that he's going to play out this year, and I think he's going to be gone next offseason. I don't think that the Patriots are gonna I think if they are getting rid of him, they should move him now, but I think that they're going to try to sign a deal with him throughout the year or whatever it happens to be. I don't think a deal is going to get struck, and I think
Do
he's
you
just
think
going to
it's
walk.
they're like, we just want to see how you play. Like we just want to see
I
the
think that's
first
it.
4 games, see what that's like.
It might be, but then you got
Which
to
sounds
think
very
from
fair.
it's dangerous though, because it's dangerous for both sides. Because what if he doesn't play well? Judon loses any sort of leverage. What if he does play well?
Then the
Now
Patriots
Judon
are
can come
fucked.
and be like, yeah, yo, you
The
said watch
time,
it out. I have 7 sacks in 4 weeks. Like,
yeah.
Yes.
what's up?
The best time that the Patriots had to try to trade him was at the draft because they probably could have gotten like a second rounder for Judon,
Yep.
truthfully.
Yep.
But to your guys' point, if they're playing well and let me put it this way, let me rephrase that. If Matthew Judon's playing well, the Patriots are going through another season where they're like 2-6, 2-7, 3-6, whatever, and the
Teams have
trade
fathom
deadline
wants
comes up.
Mike.
So fantasy world you're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, not Fantasyland, but you trade him at the deadline if he's
Yeah.
playing well and the Patriots are struggling.
Mhm.
You realize, all right, he's probably not going to re-sign. He's playing well. Let's try to maximize the value.
Yeah. No, 100% you do it then. Definitely. Like if the team's doing bad, but what happens if they're or around that time? What if they're 5-4? Or like, or I know that the record doesn't even out, but what if they're like one of those teams where it's
Something
like
like
if they
that.
go on a little run, they're right into, wild card playoff contention, if they're like
Especially in a
one
division
game.
that'll probably just be run by the
Well,
Jets.
put it this way: with their first 2 months of their schedule, it feels like a gauntlet. Feels like there's a lot of good teams. Just those first 2 months. The last 2 months it lightens up.
I'll be the judge
Th-
of that.
those first 2 months are brutal.
Yeah. I mean, and like obviously you want him to play. And I know that if you let him go, could you have maybe two guys who could combine for his numbers? Sure. But it's so much easier when you have one person who can do that, which is why I said that I think Keon White could be that guy. I wanted to say Christian Barmore, but I just like the actual numbers, like the actual sacks and whatever. I don't think that's going to be up there. I feel like
Right.
Barmore is going to be more of just like a blow up every other play type guy, which is great.
Yeah.
Like I'm not demeaning that at all or dismissing that. But no, I think Keon White, if you can, grow him obviously to be this guy, the dude's huge. We all saw him play. Like
He's
I'm
a
hoping he
freak.
can be the guy. So yeah, I just don't like it. It's just I don't know. I don't like when players and it kind of comes off selfishly because you're not getting a contract or things aren't going your way. You decide to try to stir up shit with the fan base to get on your side. That's what loser teams do. That's what loser fan bases do. That's what the Jets do. It's always going to be the Jets. That's always going to be my
Yeah.
example. But that's what like the Jets do. That's what like the
Like the
Browns would do,
Cardinals.
like the Cardinals, like just stupid trash. The Jags up until a couple of years ago, like
Still the Jags.
and I know the Patriots have been on the losing side, like actually like record wise and everything. But the Patriots aren't a loser franchise. They're not at this level where you have star players who are now going to rile up the fans or talk shit outwardly about the coaching staff. And that's not what's happening here. But I'm just talking about like progression of what could happen. So I do wish he didn't do it. He didn't say it, but I mean, it is what it is. I do ultimately think I don't think a deal gets done. Um,
Yeah, it
and
does seem
I
less
think,
likely.
yeah, and I think he walks at the end of the year, which is going to piss people off because you're not going to get anything for him. People are going to be like, why did you just
And we
trade
signed
him?
everyone else.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So I can easily see that happening. But I don't know. I would definitely
Yeah.
prefer him to sign like a 2 or 3 year extension, though, for being honest.
I'm looking at Keon White stats, and very limited time. He only started 4 games, played in all
Yeah. He
16,
was
but we
hurt.
know he
Oh,
he
he was
played
okay.
limited. Yeah, he played very limited time, even in the games that he played. But he had
Yep.
1 sack, 26 total tackles, 5 QB hits for only playing limited time is pretty
Mhm.
awesome. 3 tackles
Yeah.
for a loss, 3 pass deflections.
He's huge. Big
Yeah,
ass
he's a fucking
hands.
beast.
Yeah.
It's like,
No,
huh.
and there's so many plays where you see where he's a part of that side of the line getting blown up or whatever. So I just think he's gonna be
Yeah,
like a really good piece. So it's like you would love to have Judon here to like mentor him or to like, obviously just help shepherd him along in his career. But
you
yeah, I
know
would
who
love for him.
Keon White's pro comp was?
Oh,
He was a former Patriots D end, super forgotten about. We should have talked about him in the last
Chandler
episode.
Jones? No, not Chandler
No,
Jones.
no.
Who?
Jabal Sheard.
Jabal Sheard, former Brown great.
He was a
Wow.
monster. He
I
That's
was a
a
forgot about him.
monster.
Yeah, no, I liked him. Dude, that'd be cool. If you
Yeah.
could be like a consistent Jabal Sheard, a little bit better. Jabal Sheard. What can I say? Jabal Sheard. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's just I just don't want to become the team where you have the players who go and give certain interviews. And I know Judon has always been outspoken, and I don't mean that in a negative way at all. Like I think we've
No.
all liked how he has a personality and all that. But there are times where it's like, okay, like, wait a minute, dude. Like, you didn't have to say that. Like he could have said anything else, a little bit more like mysterious, like a shrugging thing or eye emojis. Everybody loves the fucking eye emojis, but instead
Everyone
he's
loves
like
the eye
just
emojis.
coming right out and being like, I don't think that's going to happen. It's just like a weird leverage game to play. But you guys have any thoughts, any final thoughts on Judon?
Nah, let's move on.
No, unfortunately
No.
not.
All right. Last thing, unless you guys had anything afterwards or before or whatever. I put it in the notes app that you guys abuse because I think it was interesting because you always hear when people are talking about Drake May playing, it's like, he'll come in. A lot of people say, this is going to be a lost season anyway. So he'll probably come in, once the Patriots are really out of it. And then, they'll give whatever date it happens to be, or if like Brissett gets injured or whatever. There are the very few people that say that he could actually just outright win the job in the offseason. But my question to you guys, because everybody talks about it in such a negative light, do you think there's a reality where the Patriots are having a good year? Like, let's say they're 3-2, and Jacoby Brissett, you can just kind of see he's still playing well, but I guess, word throughout the weeks of practice is Drake May is improving. Drake May is improving.
Yeah.
Could
He
you
leaves
see
something to be desired.
exactly? Could you see Drake May taking over for Jacoby Brissett if the Patriots are having a good season? Because everybody talks about if they're having a bad season, that he could end up taking over. Like, do you think it's one of those things where it's like, Brissett, you're doing well, but we can't, like, Drake May is showing every week that he could be the starter. And you know what? Fuck it. Let's pull the trigger. Let's strike while the iron's hot. Let's go. Could you guys see that happening?
No. No.
Damn.
No, because
Damn.
this team is not where it needs to be just yet in order to have that discussion, right? New head coach, new quarterback, either way, new quarterback,
Yeah.
new offensive system, pretty much new everything. The only thing that's really set in stone is your defense,
Yeah.
which is great. But again, I'm going to keep this as my kind of timeline. I see Jacoby Brissett starting through September, starting through October. The game that I think would be perfect for Drake May to come in and take over the reins is Sunday, November 10th at Chicago. Think about
That'd be good. That'd be a good
9 games under the belt. He'll have seen 2 months of NFL action, understanding defenses, understanding blitz pickups, everything else.
He'll get in there in garbage time when we blow out the Dolphins and the Jets.
Maybe at garbage time, they're getting killed, or they're creaming somebody, whatever it is. But then,
like how
Chicago,
he said getting killed before he said killing
you
somebody
have
else.
to. I mean, come on. They were.
Are you
4-13
assuming the Patriots
last year.
are going to be like 3-6 at that point? 9 games in, is that kind of like that type of a record?
I was like, I would love
Based-
3-6
based on their schedule. Yes.
Okay.
Their first 2 months is tough.
Run it through real quick. Just we're not going to do a schedule breakdown. Just
okay. So
food for thought.
month of September at Cincinnati versus Seattle, at the Jets Thursday Night Football, at San Francisco.
3-0. Okay.
Did you?
He said 4 teams.
You say 3-0?
He said 4 teams. He twat.
If you don't think that they could realistically, if you don't think they can be 2-1 at that point,
I don't see it.
He named
Move on.
4
I don't-
teams.
proceed.
Am I wrong?
I don't
Did you
see
name
it.
4 teams or 3?
No, he said 3, right? He said
Cincinnati,
Bengals.
Seattle, Jets, San Francisco.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that was the
Cincinnati,
4th one.
Seattle, Jets,
Okay.
San Francisco. You
2-2.
dumbass.
2-2.
Okay. Then in October, it's Miami, Houston, Jacksonville, Jets again.
Jacksonville's win.
That's a tough first 2 months. Now, I'm not saying you're playing like the Chiefs every week. It's not like it's Chiefs, Bills, Ravens, and like riling it off. But that's
Bills
not
are
an
pretty
easy
good.
schedule. It's not. Now, the
That
second
has-
half,
that has 5-4 all over.
I want to live in the world that you live in.
I don't know
because
who you guys think. You guys think the Seahawks are great. You guys think
No, I
Aaron
think the
Rodgers
Seahawks
is going
game
to
they'll
be
win.
playing football and not out on the campaign trail. You guys think that Miami is this great team?
Put it this
They're
way.
good? No.
The Jags?
Jags are terrible. They'll beat
Put it this way.
Houston?
The second half of their schedule lightens up. And I'm just going to rattle off the teams. Titans, Bears, Rams, Dolphins, Colts, Cardinals, Bills twice, Chargers.
Okay, yeah, no, the second half is definitely, if you could flip flop that'd be great. But
Yes.
That'd be fantastic.
yeah, no, I think no, I get it. And yeah, obviously they're not going to go 9-0 their first 9 games, but
We
I do
weren't
think
saying that. Only you were saying that.
Yeah, you're the only person I
Yeah.
think in the universe that was saying that.
Yeah.
no, not realistically. 5-4 will probably be. We'll talk more when we get closer to the schedule breakdown, the big crossover episode that we're going to be doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think spoiler alert, look for 5-4 for those first 9 games, boys.
Oh God.
Look for that. So
Are we
Liam, what do
bringing
you
the
think?
zookeeper on?
What do you think? Yeah, going to the zoo. What do you think about the Drake May thing? You think that the only way he gets into this season is if one, he wins the job in the offseason, but if you think the Patriots got to be having a shitty season, so it's like, hey, we got to make a change, or do you think there's a world where it could be just kind of passing the baton?
So you said, can I see it happening?
Yeah.
I don't think it should happen. If it did, I think that would be dumb. But I very much can see it happening. Like teams seem to be more and more willing to subside to fan base pressure. Like we did it with Mac
Ooh,
Jones, and
stay
like
there after. I want to. Yeah, that's a good one.
I
Yep.
can totally see it happening again, where it's just like teams want to just bow down to the fan base, and I get it. Like, they make the teams money. Like we're the ones who put asses in seats, and like if we're not happy, then you're not going to make money.
Mhm.
But I don't think they should, but I totally could see it, especially if like Jacoby Brissett wins, but he wins ugly. Like, 2 touchdown, 2 pick game, but we win by like
The
three
defense
or a
wins games
touchdown.
too and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you're like, like, Jacoby's making a lot of mistakes. Our rookie quarterback could go in and make a ton of mistakes
Mhm.
and still win us the game.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I could see that too. You mentioned, and this is good because I think the variable a lot of people are forgetting is you don't have Belichick to be the buffer between Kraft and kind of like intervening, which it was reported he
Yeah,
started doing the last couple of years. So I could
of
see,
course.
we all know that Kraft wants to be liked. Like he wants to be the fan favorite, which on its surface, there's nothing wrong with that. If you're the owner of a team, you want to be, liked. So I could easily
Yeah, he wants to
see
be liked a little too much.
I could of yeah, at the end of massages and stuff. I could easily see like the Patriots having like a decent, maybe they're average 3-3. Like we'll just say that. I don't know if you guys will be gracious enough to give me that. Like let's just say they're 3-3. And it's like, there's a lot of outcry where, like you said, Liam, Brissett's having like I don't know, 3 touchdown, 4 interception season. Stevenson has a lot of touchdowns on the ground. The defense, they're low. The offense, it just isn't great. And you can see the quarterback play is kind of
Yeah,
stumbling.
like Jameis Winston is last year
Yeah.
at Tampa Bay, where you're like, really all they need is a quarterback here. Even though I
Yeah.
think Jameis,
Honestly, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do a way too early season prediction. Let's just do it right now. Way too early. Let's do it. If
do
you
it.
guys don't want to do it, I'll sack up and do it.
What do you mean?
Like
We're not
I'll
going
be
to
the
run
only
through
one that
every
gives
game in particular.
just pick just like we do all the time. Pick the winners throughout the season. A way too
Okay.
early one, a July version. Then we'll
I'm
do
going
an
to write
August
it down
version right
as you
before the
go.
season.
I'm just going to do
Fair.
tallies. Hold on. Win, loss.
I'll do
Okay.
it.
Am
Al.
I the only one doing it? I just wanted to
I'll do it.
Okay.
Win and loss. Well, you can't see. Win, loss.
Okay. Yep.
All
Mike's
right.
got the win loss for anybody
All
that's
right.
wondering. He's got.
Well,
I left a
make
lot of room
make
for
two of them
wins.
because I'm doing one too.
You can't do it
Mike,
on
are
your
you
own?
doing it with us?
Use the notes app. Am I doing it?
No, well, like in the
Yeah,
sense of like, are you joining us in doing it?
Are you talking about me?
Yes.
I just
No, we're
showed you
talking
the
to the
win and
other
losses
Mike, you
thing.
dumbass.
I know. I didn't know if you were going to be the scribe for us.
Oh, well, I was going to do it for me, but I'll do it for everybody. Okay, that's
No,
fine.
it's fine. No,
No,
fine.
no. I'm down. Okay, let's go. That's what
All
I'm
right,
gonna do.
here. I got the schedule up right now, so I'll say the
Liam,
games.
me,
Okay,
Al,
week 1,
Liam.
September 8th at Cincinnati. Week 1, going with an L.
It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt,
Yeah,
guys.
I'm
But
going
okay.
with an L too.
Okay.
Week 2, September 15th against the Seahawks at home. I am going with a win.
Agreed.
Wow, you guys are gracious enough to give them a win against the fucking Seahawks. Okay.
Seahawks aren't good.
I mean, they have a new head coach too, so they're going through a whole new thing too.
Yeah.
Week 3, Thursday, September 19th at the Jets, Thursday Night Football. I am
This is a
going with
Thursday night
loss.
football game?
L.
Yep.
Yeah, that's an L.
Proceed. I'm not giving you mine till the end.
Fine.
You guys can be surprised at the end.
That
Yeah, they will be surprised.
15-2 and going to the Super Bowl.
No. I got at least one loss on
No,
that.
he has them losing in the conference championship.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
Perfect.
snowballed.
Yeah, he's got him losing in the Super Bowl on the final play. Done.
We'll go 18-1.
All
It
right.
gets tackled at the one.
Kevin Dyson 2.0. All right. September 29th at San Francisco 49ers. That's going to be the worst loss of the season.
It's gonna be so bad.
That's going to be an obliteration. It's going to be like that's going to be like a Dallas
good.
Cowboy last year game.
Listen, guys, I can't even defend this
Mike's-
one. I can't even defend this
If
one.
you tried to defend this one, I would find a way to mute you. I don't know how I would be able to do it, but I would find a way to mute you. Shut up, Mike.
Stop.
Shut up, Mike.
Where's Christian McCaffrey?
Don't make me call you the nickname that you don't like to be called. I will do it right now.
That's my question. Where's Christian McCaffrey at this time in the year?
He's probably actually ready to go because it's the beginning part of the season. He hasn't been hurt yet.
I'll hurt him.
All right, so that takes care of September. All right, October. October 6th at home against Miami.
Win.
That one I'm going to go with a win.
Yeah. That's a win.
Sweet heavens. I almost had to start over again. I almost had you guys penciled in for a loss. Shit. All right.
Okay. October 13th versus the Texans. I got a loss.
I got a win. I honestly think the CJ Stroud sophomore slump. I like this. Also, cool. Stephon Diggs is a douche, so fuck him.
Week 7, October 20th against the Jaguars. That's the London game, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm going to give that a win.
Yep.
Got it.
Let's see here. October 27th versus the Jets at home.
They got to lose one.
I already had them losing one.
Oh, you already had them losing one?
I had them losing on Thursday night. The Patriots losing Thursday.
Call me crazy. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be sick. I hate to say it. I think this.
You going to win?
I'm going loss. I think
I might go.
I think the Jets are going to
lose.
Oh, I think the Jets are going to sweep the Patriots. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I got to go with an L too.
No, so you're both going loss? Okay.
Yeah, the Jets sweep the Patriots, unfortunately.
It's going to be the only season they do it. It's the only season they do it because Aaron Rodgers doesn't have too many good years left.
Yeah,
he hasn't had many good years the last couple of years.
All right. Let's see here. At Tennessee on November 3rd.
Bam.
Offer one.
Easy.
I say win.
I'll go with a win on that one too.
Yeah, I'll say win.
Cool. Al, you got an abysmal season going, buddy. Not even really, just like the way your season's going to be a fucking roller coaster.
I know.
I'll be popping bottles my year. But...
let's see. Sunday, November 10th at Chicago. That's going to be a game where the Patriots obliterate the Bears and send Caleb Williams home crying. I am going with a win. And that's also the day that I'm going to be having the Fantasy Football League over. So that's going to be a fun day.
Are we doing fantasy this year? Am I in that? Am I doing that?
What day of the week is it?
It's a Sunday.
Oh, okay, cool.
Here's what I'll say, Mike.
Next am I in the league?
The next opening we have, you're in.
Who's in? I'll kill him.
It's me and a bunch of randos. And my brother.
Taking them out. All right, Liam, what'd you say?
I honestly think the Patriots lose this one. We don't have Bill Belichick to beat up on rookie quarterbacks.
I get it. I understand. That makes sense. Damn. Actually, writing it out makes me. I understand why you guys talk about my predictions like this. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Rams at home.
This might be a
November.
mean L. I'm going L all
You're
the
going
way.
L?
I'm going an L as well.
Matty's staff is going to walk into town and slang that thing.
Well, I will say we're all going L with that one. Just a little spoiler.
Yeah.
For that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a given. It's Matt Stafford money.
Sunday, November 24th at Miami.
Come on.
L.
At Miami. That's an L.
Imagine this being the year that they just decided, you know what? We got nothing to lose. We're just going to go out and we're going to execute everything perfectly.
Yeah, they win in Miami.
Oh, my gosh. All right, so now we get to December. December, week 13, December 1st, home against the Colts. Give me a dub.
Give me an L.
Wow. Okay, that's surprising.
Yeah.
Damn.
I honestly, I think Shane Steichen's a genius. Anthony Richardson's sick.
Yeah, if Richardson can stay on the field.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
that's
He'll be
true.
gone. He'll be gone. All right, next.
All right. Week 14 bye week, so everybody wins that week.
Okay.
Okay.
Week
That in as a W.
15, December 15th at the Arizona Cardinals. I am going with a win.
Buddy.
As am I.
That might be the easiest win of the year. I'm saying
I,
that might
I
be
really
the
don't
easiest.
think so. I think they're going to be good. I think they could
No,
win.
no. I think Kyler Murray throws 3 picks.
I really don't think Kyler Murray's that
Week
bad. I think
16, December 22nd at the Bills. That is going to be an L.
dub. I
Now,
got
you
dub.
say, are you
Dub all the
saying,
way.
all right, good pick. I like it. All right.
Um, Sunday, December 29th against the Chargers at home. That's going to be my one game where the Patriots should win, but they find a way to lose it. I'm going with an L in that one.
I agree.
I think the Patriots are already going to have a playoff spot locked up, so
They'll be sitting there
lose
starters.
that game. What'd you say? Did you all said lose?
Yeah, we both
Yeah.
said loss. And then the last game of the season in the year of 2025, January 5th, home against the Bills.
Dub.
That's a win.
I'm going with a loss.
Dub. We're not getting swept by the Bills.
Loss. Listen,
Okay.
They have Marquez Valdez Scantling. So did you keep tally for me too?
Yeah. No, I got them all. So
Oh,
Al,
okay.
you think the Patriots are going to go 7-10,
yes, I do.
which realistic. I don't hate it. Liam, you think they're going to go? Wow, very close. You think they're going to go 8-9?
Hey, Liam, high five.
Right, pretty close.
Realism.
Here we go. Here we go, Liam.
And I think the Patriots are going to go 11-6. Apparently.
You know what? I give Mike credit. At least he didn't say something outlandish like 14-3. I
Honestly,
would have
guys,
probably been on the floor.
when we break it down, 11-6 is not crazy because I do have them beating the Bills. So if the Bills do sweep them, that's 10-7, and that's probably a very realistic year for them. Like ceiling, probably, but 10-7 is probably like a ceiling realistic year for them. They have an extra win on my thing because I do think that they're going to beat the Bills at least once.
I think they beat the Bills twice. The Bills.
Well, you have them losing to the Jets twice, so that's give or take here. So okay, yeah, no, so that's the way too early. So yeah, I'll circle that. I'll keep that for now. We'll see how that changes when we do our like final season thing. I think that'll be fun to kind of look back
I
at.
love how Mike's like, and apparently I have them going 11-6.
Yeah, it's like I don't know how this happened, guys. I don't know how it happened. We're going 15-2. I don't.
It's crazy. You're like,
I don't even know. I have them
You're
somehow
like,
winning in the bye week. I don't know.
yeah, we didn't include playoffs, but I do have them sweeping the playoffs.
Guys, somehow they're going 19-1. I don't even know. All right. Yeah, no, that was fun. I think it'll be cool to look back on that when we do it. Do you guys have anything else you want to get to? Anything you want to get off your chest before you get out of here?
Wouldn't it now be 20-1 with an expanded season?
Yeah, it would be. Yeah. Yeah. If you play all the playoff games.
One quick thing. So Joe Burrow, this is just general NFL thing. Joe Burrow went on Pardon My Take and they talked about the NFL season.
Yeah.
And Joe Burrow came up with a suggestion for if the NFL goes to 18 games. He said that the following things should be included in the season. 2 bye weeks with a bye week around week 13 for the whole NFL with Pro Bowl festivities that week, similar to NBA's All-Star Weekend. And also by adding the second bye, the Super Bowl would fall on the Sunday before President's Day, giving the country a day off after the biggest game of the year. I don't know. I think that that's a
that works.
That's a pretty good strategy, especially
but the Pro Bowl would still suck.
No, that's why the keyword Pro Bowl festivities. We need to just no more. Just like fun stuff. Yeah, I think that'd be perfect. Like week 13, that's when you do the Pro Bowl stuff. Take everybody to Hawaii with Jelani Tavai because he'll make the Pro Bowl this year.
They haven't gone to Hawaii in years.
Well,
shows how old
they will
you
this
are.
year. They will this year.
Back in 1980.
Well, that's why I said take it to Hawaii. It's a whole new thing. No,
should.
I love that though. I love that idea. I think that would be awesome.
I think so too.
Yeah, I agree. Wow, damn, I didn't even see that. I saw that interview. I didn't watch the whole thing though, but okay. Yeah,
I didn't
Liam, you're
watch it
for
because I
that
think
too?
Barstool sucks. But yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense. I think it's fucking ridiculous. I'm a curmudgeon. I don't want them to change
Okay, I
it.
have a
They
before
shouldn't
we
do it anyway.
leave.
They shouldn't extend the season
I don't
anyway.
I don't
Just
like those 17 games.
I
I hate all the
hate it.
changes.
Okay, so Liam, I got a question for you before we get off this episode. And Mike, I want your backup on this.
Oh boy.
We'll
Liam, you're
see.
always saying you don't like this person, you don't like that company, you don't like that podcast. I want to know now. Give me before the end of this episode. Give me three people, networks, anything that you actually like when it comes to sports information. I'm genuinely curious.
Sports information.
Yes, or just like
I
or entertainment doesn't matter.
Can I give you a suggestion real quick?
Sure.
Sports Spider. If you want to go
Sports
to
Spider.
Sports Spider,
Look at
Sports
that.
Spider is the way to go. I don't know where you guys listen to your podcast. Although there's Apple, there's YouTube. I do still recommend watching on YouTube because it is funny. It is fun. But Sports Spider, go there. We've said it the last few weeks now. Click the NFL tab. It's very simple. Anybody can do it. You can do it sober. You can do it a little buzzed on the weekend. You can do it over 4th of July if you're a little bit more than a little buzz.
Trying to hide from your
NFL,
family.
Patriots. You see us right there. Play it over the speakers. Everybody can listen. After you're done, go back and listen again just to get, all the thoughts out there. Give us 2 listens in one thing. Sports Spider, that's my thing. Sports Spider and Barstool and Joe Budden podcast. That's my stuff.
Joe
Liam,
Budden podcast.
Liam, the floor is yours. Dude, the podcast like 3.5 hours long. It's perfect.
Yeah.
The floor is
Yeah.
yours, though. Sorry. Had to get that.
Uh One that I actually like for sports opinions. I'm trying to think. I used to listen to a bunch, and then I realized I hated all of them, so I stopped. I do like Strong Opinion Sports by Zach Schomler. I think he's fantastic. Just a completely unbiased, very like realistic. Has no team that he favors. Like he just loves football, so he
That's good.
watches and listens to all of them. And he's great with college football, which I'm not so adept on. Oh, what else do I listen to?
A lot of options.
I will listen to like the Bill Simmons podcast for entertainment because I just like
Okay.
him and Ryan Russillo's banter. But for sports opinions, I don't really hold too much weight in it. Certainly not as much as I would strong opinion sports. I'm trying to think.
Okay,
I'm
one more.
sure. I'm gonna level with you. I watch like games on mute. Like I try not
What
to
a
get
freak.
any. I try not to get any outside. I like to completely like get my own opinion when watching sports and be like, this guy sucks. I thought you were gonna ask me about people that I hate, and there are a
Well,
Well,
bunch of
that's
them.
I mean, that's
interesting.
too easy. That's why I gave you
Yeah,
something
like
harder.
there are. Yeah, no, this is. I have to think about
How
it.
about this? We'll make it a homework assignment. Next week, you got to
Yeah,
tell the three
I
that you
would do
actually
that.
like.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you about my when I was in college, I had a giant poster board on my wall of my room when I walked in, like when you walked into my dorm room in the living room, and it was those who shall not be mentioned. And if anyone fucking talked about these players, I just snap. Like I hate these players. And it was like 5
I
names of
love it.
players that I just the mere utter of their name, like just thinking about them in my head right now gets me fired up. They're all fucking awful. I wish the
I
worst
love it.
on all of them. Um, I'm sure you could guess some of them. One of which was a awful, awful fucking cornerback that stole a ton of money from the Eagles and then directed an episode of Ballers. I loved the show Ballers. Watched every episode except for the one he directed, and it had key plot points that would lead on to the next episode. Didn't watch it. Didn't pick up the plot points. Just went
Damn.
right over to the next episode. I hate him. Do you know who that
I
is?
love that level of hate. You gotta hold grudges, I think. And
Yeah,
I
you
think
have to.
I
Oh,
love
and
it.
I'll never forgive these players. Just decrepit, despicable bastards that I
We'll have to
fucking
do that
hate.
at one point. Top 5
Yeah,
least favorite sports entities. That'd be a
yeah.
good one.
Oh, I
Just an
hate
evening of
some of
hate
these
I
sports.
players.
think that's a good
There's an old Buffalo Bills linebacker that I just
Mhm.
fucking can't
that's a good place
stand.
to leave this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Um
Like I wish like some cancer on all of them. Like just every single one. And some of them worse than others. Some of them like, testicular, something treatable, and others I want like really bad cancer. And
are
like,
they like deeply in the brain?
yeah, and like the other
I
ones, it's
get that.
just like I just want them to have a lump for like a couple months and
Just
just
a
scare
lump.
them, just like a little lump, just to like scare them and like ruin their sanity and their relaxation for a while, stress them out just for like a couple months. Just a little lump just would give me peace of mind.
All right, and we'll give everybody else peace of mind. Get on with your day, get on with your night, whatever you were doing. So this was Tuck Rule Takes, episode 139. We ended it with a little bit of hate there. For Al, Liam,
God,
Mike.
I'm so pissed.
We'll see you next week, and I'm sure Liam's still going to be upset until then.
Oh my God.
Until we talk
See ya.
again, episode 140, we're out.